Hello there, my crafty friends. It is Tuesday, May 28th, and I know I gave you no notice today that I was going on live tonight. It's been that kind of day. Just going to pull this up, hoping some people can join me, but if not, if you're catching it on the replay, thank you so much. Hi, Jenny. Last week's Facebook Lives, I am not sure. Oh, my hair's a mess. I walked from Shoppers to home, and it is super hot out today for May. I mean, it was 24 degrees, but I was carrying stuff, so I'm a mess. So last week's lives, I'm not sure what happened to them. They're on, one of them is on Facebook. Tuesdays is on Facebook. Wednesdays was a disaster, and I had uploading issues, so it's gone. But it didn't even go onto YouTube, so here's hoping we have better luck this week. Thank you, Wendy, and good morning. Hi, Sandy. Just gonna pull this up on my iPad. I'm gonna make this quick tonight because I have a ton of stuff that I am trying to accomplish for my catalog launch, and I'm so stupid because I just keep coming up with more. I see brilliant ideas in the demonstrator planning place and gotta do it. Glutton for punishment, I tells ya. So I still have a blog post yet to do, and I have a cool thing to prepare for my VIPs for my catalogs. So just gonna pull this up. We are working with Perennial Essence. Dogs are barking. There we go. Ah! Okay, I think we're working. Just gonna flip this down. I think I've moved out everything that you're not supposed to see. Because of the blog post, you'll see it on Thursday. It's for the Paper Pumpkin thing, blog hop. Okay, also trying a new light tonight to see if that makes a difference, because the color on last week's was a nightmare. And it doesn't look like I can lock my exposure, so here's hoping it doesn't keep changing. Look at my grid paper. I was working on something very fun. When you see it, you'll understand why this looks the way it does. So let's just turn that over. I'm gonna grab my Perennial Essence DSP in the fancy dancy case. Glares all over the place. Oh boy, Jenny. That sounds terrifying. I'm not doing any kind of swaps. I just have a million things that I'm putting in with my catalogs. Okay, so we're gonna get a nasty glare from that light. Just a quick sneak peek, and I'm not gonna show you everything that's inside. Sorry, I just need to move this a tiny bit because it keeps showing me mute because I have... You can hear me okay, right? Give me a thumbs up or something if you can hear me. I imagine someone would have told me by now if you couldn't. Are we good? This is the... Good. Thank you. This is the survival kit, and I'm not going to show you everything inside because, I mean, I cased some things, I came up with some things, but I want my customers to be surprised, so... There's that. I'm still working on those. Okay, card base. Just gonna bring all my scraps over here so that I'm not going back and forth. I have an idea in my head, but I haven't actually done this. Okay, so with my new... Oh boy, I got a glare on this side and a huge glare on that side. With this, it tells me all of the coordinating colors. It shows me on this side, but it's kind of guessing, right? Like I can tell that's Mango Melody, but is that Daffodil Delight? Nope, it's Crushed Curry. Let's go with something... What do we want? Card base that I already have prepared. I got a Mossy Meadow. That could work. What do we have? I have powder pink, no petal pink. I think petal pink is my new favorite. I just love it. No so saffron either. Okay, Mossy Meadow it is. So what I'm going to do is we are going to pick a designer series paper from this pile. Something that has a bit of Mossy Meadow, but not too much. That could work. Oh, isn't that pretty? This one might have a bit more. I hope everyone is having a good week so far. I was thinking today was Wednesday's Facebook Live. So, yeah. I wish it were Wednesday. I think we're going to do that one. I was going to ask you to decide, but I'm just going to decide for us. Okay, so these are the full mount clear cases, and I will probably be providing these on my website once the catalog goes live, because I think right now you're probably not supposed to be seeing that, but oops, my bad. We are going to take my favorite new die from A Little Lace, and we are going to, I haven't decided if I, I haven't decided if I want to cut into it or if I want to do that. What do I want to do? Do I have, oh, I've got a Mossy Meadow. We're going to cut into this one. So I'm just going to put a little bit of washi tape. Not too much on the cardstock because I want it to actually cut. And guess what I got, ladies? New plates. Well, so I got a couple of new plates, but I'm only using one right now. That, just as an FYI, if you try sticking washi tape to this die, it's not going to work. So let's just fold it lightly around there. So brand new plates, just used them this morning for the first time. Let's see if we can do this without waxed paper and everything else. Ugh. Take it through a couple of times. So at Stamp Club on Sunday, two of the ladies were talking about how the plates don't cost that much, so it's time for some new ones because the other one was pretty warped. So I did. Okay, that's that. Now, whatever that area code was, sorry if that cut out for a second. Usually I put this on Do Not Disturb. So let's do, whoops. Theater mode should work, right? So let's take a lint brush and pick up as many of these as we can. Who is excited for the new catalog? It's only one more week. 1 week today. Now I will tell you, if you're not a demonstrator, you probably don't know this, but the ordering system will be down until about 1 o'clock Central. It's noon Mountain Time, so that will be on Tuesday, June 4th, as they transition to the new catalog. So I know that we all want to get our hands on this stuff as soon as possible, but we won't be able to do it first thing Tuesday morning. It'll be like Tuesday afternoon. just to give you a heads up. And I will have an order going in that Tuesday with expedited shipping because my catalog launch is on the Saturday and there are a couple things that I want to have here in time for that. So, well, I don't like to do expedited orders because I'd rather spend that extra shipping cost on product. Sometimes it's necessary. So if there's anything that you are wanting to add, just message me sometime before Tuesday at 1 p.m. I know I've gotten some requests and lists of orders already, so I'm so excited to see what everyone is just dying to get from the new catalog. For everyone that's watching, if you want to tell me what your must-haves are. I know, Wendy, it does seem like forever. And I have to say, not a fan of the annual catalog pre-order. I much prefer the occasions and the holiday catalog where we get to order everything. This really is not fun having to wait. Oh my God, look at that. If this is not on your wish list already, I don't know what it's going to take for it to be on there, but look at that detail. Far away and up close. Karma, I am coming up to my 2-year stamp anniversary on July 31st. And my goal is to be Silver Elite by then. So my sales are there. I need 2 more team members and I need one of them to go silver. No big thing, right? Easy peasy. Now this is a top folding card. We are going to put that on there. I am loving the tone on tone with this die. But that being said, last week's card did not end up panning out quite the way I had planned it on the Facebook Live. Sorry, squirrel, I was reading a comment. Thank you, Karma. And Wendy, right? Yes, it's amazing. So I ended up adding this lace die on just a Whisper White card base. And this is kind of buckled a little bit, but this was the polished stone that I was working on. And that I can't even remember what the colors were now. Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, and Night of Navy, I want to say. And then just the large letter framelits and Sunshine Wishes. And this is from the new A Little Lace. Is it? Nope, I'm wrong. I know where it's from. It's from this one, Parcels and Petals, and the box for this is adorable. I can't show you the one that I have made right now because it is for a project that will be going live soon. But it's adorable. The dies in here are amazing. The sentiments in here. Somebody loves you lots and lots. Birthday cheer to you all year. You're the best. You did it, which is what that is. Thank you, a little something, and a to and from. And just check that out. How cute. So that was another pre-order, but I just wanted to show you this was the card from last week's live. This is the glossy cardstock, which is retiring. So if you want to try polished stone or any other techniques that you can only do with the glossy cardstock, get it now. This card is for my daughter, FYI. So I'm kind of keeping it hidden so she can't see it. Now, well, I love this tone on tone. I would also love to be able to pop it up, but I'm not entirely sure how I can do that since there are so many holes in here. So I think we may just end up popping it down. But I am going to use the nested dies, I think. Yes. So this is part of the Bird Ballad suite of products. And we're going to use the largest of the dies. And I want to get the most amount of Mossy Meadow in there so that anyone looking at the card isn't like, Okay, why did she choose those colors again? It's kind of weird. I think we're gonna go about there, and I'm not gonna move the Big Shot in for this one. Nothing to this. New plate. So I am super, super, super excited. I ordered a new toy, and Sandy, I was talking to you about something the other day. It's not that one. That one ended up changing. I went with Plan B, and I cannot wait for you to see what it is. I can't wait to start playing with it. So that arrives on Thursday, and I'm going to need some time to acclimate myself, but I can't wait. Not a lot of left on, no, I can't speak. Words are hard. Not a lot left on there, but I will keep that part. Now we will use the Floral Essence. And I think for the sake of ease, we're going to use this stamp so that I don't have to fussy cut anything, because again, trying to keep this quick. But I am going to ask you, should we do Blackberry Bliss or Crushed Curry? Blackberry Bliss or Crushed Curry? I'll even pull them out so you can see. And if you're wondering why those colors, it's just because it's going to pick up some more. BB or CC? I like the way you think, Wendy. I'm just going to grab a piece of Whisper White while you vote on BB, CC. No, that's pretty thick. Sounds like my son is driving my dog crazy out there. Okay, we have 2 blackberries. I almost said blackberries. Funny, I've got my iPad here so I can see the comments, and nothing comes up on there. It all comes up on my phone. Woo! Look at that. That is intense. Ooh, I want to show you. So we just used Blackberry Bliss. This is the stamp cleaning pad. Look at the color that just came off of there. I want you to, well, I can see on my iPad, but isn't that unbelievable? Now, there's something wrong with mine because there's little bits of it coming off, but that is incredible because typically, oh boy, words are hard. Blackberry Bliss would stain a stamp like big time. So this thing is a miracle worker. Now it does say on it that you need to wash your stamp afterwards. I'm not sure why, other than whatever's on here is maybe a little too strong to stay on there. It does have a very mild scent, but works like a charm. Okay, let's punch these puppies out. Now, I could have done that on Blackberry Bliss, but I did not. Okay, maybe just to tone those down a little bit and bring in some blackberry. It is a little bit too stark. So, blender pen to the rescue. This blender pen is pretty much had it. If you do not have blender pens in your stash, you need to add them. I am seriously hooked on these things. So many things you can do. They work with the watercolor pencils, but like you can see, this is at least the second time this week, whoops, that I've done this, where I'm basically painting with ink and a blender pen. Now, I'm not using watercolor paper, so I can't work in any one spot too much, or the paper will start to pill a little bit. But to be honest, I hadn't planned that far in advance. Surprise, surprise. Now, if I weren't live, I would actually take the time and fussy cut these, but I'm not going to. And as I'm looking at this, I know I'm kind of far away. I changed my mind. So we were talking on the weekend about being able to zoom in on a Facebook Live, because when I'm filming for YouTube, I have no issue zooming in. With Facebook Live, I cannot figure it out, and I meant to Google it, but I got overly involved in the project that I'm doing for my launch. So if anyone knows how to do that, I would love to find out. I tried using my volume buttons, and that only adjusted the volume. And I tried the other button, and that just took me right out of the app. So if anyone knows how to zoom during a live, please leave me a comment. And I will try to have it figured out for tomorrow. Oh, what a difference that makes. Wendy said much better with the color. I have to agree. Now, if I had done this on Blackberry Bliss, it would have been easier and faster. But I don't always work smart. So I started walking on my breaks at work, morning break, afternoon break, and yesterday and today are the first days that I have closed my exercise rings in a long time. So I went walking on the 2 breaks, and then I had a nap both days at lunch because I'm old like that. But it helps me in the evening. I don't feel like a zombie. Okay, I can't quite reach my Tombow, the actual container, so I'm just going to use this little one. I saw a caddy on Amazon the other day for the Big Shot, and I'm contemplating it, but it seems like 45 bucks is a little steep for that. So if anyone has other things that they use, because I mean right now I've got this light that is like a caddy. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in there, but the one for the Big Shot, I didn't really get a whole lot of that in the frame, but the one for the Big Shot like hangs off of the side, and you can put plates and all kinds of neat stuff. So I might have to bite the bullet and get that, but I think I should probably wait until my catalog launch because I've spent a little bit of money this week. So because this die has, so many little gaps, I don't worry too much about where the glue goes. I just kind of go in these circles so that it all stays down. And if you put on just a light amount, it's not gonna like ooze through. And there is another die in this bundle that will allow you to cut the edges, but we're gonna skip that. I just want this to cover the whole card base today. So for those spots where we can see a a little bit of glue, I would just take a dry baby wipe and kind of go over it. Not a wet wipe, because it will wet your cardstock, and that's not exactly what you want. Oh, that worked like a charm. And if there's any that you can't quite get in there, just use your paper piercing tool or take your pick tool, because this baby is retiring. Very sad about that. Okay, and then we could cut this part off, but I think I'm just going to fold it. Put some glue on there, some glue on there. Not quite straight. You could totally cut that part off. Sorry about all the barking. Okay, now we've got that, and I think it's a little bit brighter than I had anticipated. It does look nice that way, doesn't it, Wendy? Let me think here. Not sure about that. Oh boy. Might go out there to someone not being alive at the rate they're going. Kind of thinking we might... I'm really not liking this flower. I think because it's a little too purpley. So let's bring in dun, 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 Night and Navy. We're going to use our... Yes, Jenny, the dogs are just saying hello. Still going to use the blender pen. I don't want to get too much in any one spot. And that's a bit better. I feel like it mellowed it just a little. But one more thing we're going to try here. So I was thinking yesterday, I have not used my sponge daubers in quite some time. So let's do that. And we're not going to go in the ink pad. We're just going to pick up what's over there. Oh, that's better. Blackberry Bliss is just supposed to be this nice deep shade, right? I don't know about you, but that's not the look I was getting from this. Okay, that is better. So quite often there it is, right, Wendy? Quite often there is a way to fix something. Sometimes it isn't. There isn't, but I'm feeling better about that one. Now, the only thing that's left is a sentiment. So, Oh, the other thing I want, we're gonna do a little leaf here. because I feel like we can't just have that one flower. So I will grab, wonder if that'll work. I'm gonna grab some Mossy Meadow and we're gonna try it on there and see how that goes. All right, this ink pad is not very juicy at all. So let's fix that. It's funny because I've barely used this one. These are just little spoons that I got from Dollar Tree, and it helps to rub everything in so it's not just sitting on top. And I just wipe it with a baby wipe. Let's try this again. That's better. They're really saying hi now. That is the sound of 3 puppies. Okay, so if you hadn't already figured this out, the leaf punch works on these leaves, which is fantastic. Now, I think you've probably seen me do this before, but if you have a piece of paper that is too small to get a hold of and you don't want to make like a big handle or tab to hold on to it or get a post-it note, just use your take your pick tool to move it ever so slightly. And then once you have it close to being where you want it, just push it about halfway down so that it doesn't completely shift on you. So much for being quick. Where are we at? I don't even know. We're gonna keep the one that wasn't so hot on this side because I think it will not stand out. It'll camouflage a little better. Since we've already combined a little lace, I think we're going to use, sorry about that, Jenny. Sorry that your internet isn't working. I think we're gonna do You Mean Everything to Me, since we've already mixed these bundles anyways. And we'll do it on like a little banner over here on some vellum. I think that might be enough. And what color shall we do? Let's use the Blackberry Bliss again. It's out. Now that will take a minute to dry. haven't put magnet sheets in all of my new bundles yet. Feels like there are seriously like 9 million things to do, and some things are just not getting priority right now. Okay, I'm gonna hit this with my heat tool because I don't want to keep you any longer. I'm just trying to figure out, I think we're gonna go with this because it is that same nested shape, and we'll just have it coming off of there. So not quite intersecting, but a repeat pattern. I'll just hope this vellum is dry enough. I think we'll keep it where it's kind of up there. Now we'll put a glue dot in an inconspicuous part over here, and then not worry about the one side popping up. I don't want to have it where it's down here. We're going to put it up here so that all the letters are on the floral background, so it's easier to read. And then we will glue these on so that they're not in the way. Oh, look, how pretty is that? Could almost use that as our leaves. We don't want our leaves impeding the words. I'm just going to take a little bit off of there. It's a little too long. Okay, and then just a little dab of Tombow so that it keeps this down without being visible. Just because it doesn't feel quite finished, let's throw on a couple rhinestones. Just quick. Rhinestones or pearls? I have a feeling rhinestones are going to be too much. Let's do a couple pearls. So this is Dark Blackberry Bliss. Grab the paper piercing tool. Do one down here. It almost needs the navy on here too, just to tone it down. One over here. And then one over here, and that will cover that little bit of glue that we had there. This is going to be the card that never ends. I feel like I haven't used metallic thread in forever. So, since this one is brand new and I've never used it, let's add some. Not liking those super big loops. Lost a loop. Glue dots, glue dots. Let's just pop this under there. There we go. What do we think? I have one more trick up my sleeve. One more. That's it. And then we're calling this finished. Grab a clear faceted gem. And because I said that it needed navy on the last one, let's put a little bit of navy. Tone it down. Ooh, pretty. And then because we have none of the little bunny butts, as I like to call them, we'll put this there. And that will act as the middle. And oh my goodness. One more thing. Seriously, this card will end, I promise you. I just want to tone down these. So we'll just do the top, because if I try getting the side, I will get it all over the velvet. But seriously, I wish that you could see how amazing this clear faceted gem is with that Blackberry Bliss and the Night in Navy. Oh, thank you, Wendy. I felt like that was a bit of a gong show, but sometimes that's how it happens. It's nothing like I had envisioned. But this, I think, just totally made the card. Now, when I'm looking at it through the camera, this looks a little bit too harsh, so I may blend that a little bit more with some Night in Navy. I can't use my sponge dauber anymore, but I thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope that you enjoyed this. This is the a little lace bundle and the Perennial Essence suite. So Floral Essence is the flower, and there's a coordinating punch, and we've got the nested dies from the Bird Ballad suite, and that's all. So thank you so much for watching tonight. I hope you will tune in tomorrow. I am using one of my favorite Stampin' Up! Pieces, and one that I will never get rid of. And I hope you will tune in. It will be 7:30 Central tomorrow night. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, my friends. Bye.